last but not least,
The main attraction.
we have the main attraction. Why on earth did Dallas pick Columbus, T-Dog?
I don't know. I heard it was a player choice. I talked to Mark about that while I was on site, and they all wanted to play Columbus. Um, I yeah. And to be fair, after the first match, I was like, okay, well, that decision makes sense now. And then quickly it turned around to not make sense now.
Yeah. So it was speculated that there were some. I mean, look, I'm not going to get into the personal lives of players. It's not something I'll
Right.
ever do. But it's publicly known at this point that Paris and Leia have had or at that point, had a falling out. That's what was
Mhm.
going around the pro pickleball circles. Was their chemistry questionable? Maybe. They didn't look great in the first two matches, but they turned it around in the third. And at the
Yep.
end of the day, they're professionals. They're going to figure
Yeah.
it out and they're going to show up as the best versions of themselves. You don't have to like the person next to you in order to play decent pickleball. Maybe it helps slightly, but like they're going to figure it out. And so, chemistry
Agreed.
issues or no chemistry issues, the Columbus Sliders are better at every single line than the Dallas Flash. They're better at women's, they're better at men's, they're better at both mixed, with the possible exception of how Christian plays. Then again, that could be offset by how Andre plays. And then Columbus is a way better Dreambreaker team.
For the fans at home, Zane meant that the Columbus Sliders are better at every line than the Texas Ranchers.
Oh, did I say the opposite?
Yeah, you said the Dallas Flash. So
Oh,
see,
yeah,
that wouldn't make much sense. But yes,
would not.
all Zane is saying is the
Bad
Dallas
decision.
Flash should have chosen the Texas Ranchers, and instead they chose the much better team.
Yeah.
Which, on paper, I would agree with you. I
No,
think everybody agrees with you.
I'm going to go further to say this is the biggest strategic blunder of Major League Pickleball history.
It very well could be. I don't know history past prior to 2023, so you might be right. But here's okay. Let's get into it a little bit. The first match goes to a Dreambreaker, right? And in my mind, I'm like, okay, Columbus is the underdog. Now, to be clear, Columbus was the other underdog. Like whether you liked the decision or didn't like the decision, no one liked the decision other than Dallas. But Columbus was the underdog. And in my mind, the only way Columbus could feasibly win a match against the Dallas Flash was in a Dreambreaker. Like they're not winning 3-1 in against that lineup. I didn't think anyway. So the first match gets to a Dreambreaker. Columbus is up, and Dallas is like, "No, we got it. Don't worry about that." And they take that first one, and I'm like, "Man, Columbus had everything going for them. They won 2 games. They were up in the Dreambreaker. That's the way. That's their recipe to success in this matchup. That's the only way they're going to win it." And they still couldn't get it done. And Dallas found a way to get it done. So then after match 1, I was like, "Oh, wow. Okay. Well, surely JW Johnson is not going to lose 2 games in a row for a second time." And then Saturday happened, and he did. And they go to another Dreambreaker. And Leia Jansen goes 8-0 on Hurricane Tyra Black, and they crushed them in a Dreambreaker. I don't remember the exact score, 21-14 maybe, but it was, and I was like, oh, this is how JW after 2 matches was 0-4 in doubles. I don't know if I've ever seen that happen.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yep. No. And then they start out down 0-2 in the last one. The Sliders women get the job done.
Yep.
J-Dub says, I'm not going 0-6 on the weekend. He and Georgia clutched up to send it to a Dreambreaker. And do you have any idea what the hell happened with Georgia's challenge? So what did happen was there was a serve that was very close to the baseline. Georgia hits the ball, returns it wide. It's like a foot wide. She challenges the baseline ruling, but they said that since the ball had crossed the net by the time she had called it, she was not allowed to challenge the baseline ruling. Now, what I don't understand still is how they ended up losing their challenge. They showed a challenge on the screen of the return of serve, which was a foot out, and there's no way Georgia intended to challenge that. So,
yeah.
Do you know anything about that?
I don't. here's what I will say. I don't think, because I was live there with you guys. I was in the stands, and I don't think they showed the ball that was being challenged. And so it was like, what are we doing
Correct. I don't
here?
think they were allowed to show the one that Georgia meant to challenge. Georgia meant to challenge the serve. I think what
The
happened
serve, right?
was they allowed her to challenge the where her return landed. Where her return landed was like a foot out,
Yeah,
right?
that
There's no way
she
she actually
yeah,
wanted to challenge where the return landed.
right, right.
So
Yeah,
anyway,
so I'm a little confused by that one myself. Like, if now I do think that's a rule. Like, if Georgia had hit that return into the net,
she could have
she's then
challenged.
she's then allowed to challenge. But because it didn't, I don't know why you're taking away a challenge from her there.
I I think they were challenging where her return of serve landed. That
Well,
must
that's
be
just
where
crazy
that's
then.
the
Yeah,
only way
that's just
that they could lose a challenge, and so they lose
yeah,
this challenge. J-Dub
yeah,
throws away, and I think they possibly didn't even realize that they didn't have any free challenges left. J-Dub challenges a ball that was like, it was close, but at this point, when a ball's an inch out, you can call it clearly out. It was not worth challenging, we'll put. So
yeah.
they lose another point there. This Dream Breaker ends up being what, 21-18? Like,
Yeah.
that's
That was at a
insane.
point where it was, like, super important for momentum. It was still, like, within a few points, and it was like, "Oh, you literally just gave them a point for no," like, it was like 11-8 or I don't
Mhm.
know, but either way, it was an important point, and you literally just gave away a point, and you guys did the same thing in Austin, and I think you would have learned from those mistakes, right? Like, it was like,
It was
"Okay,
it
we're"
was
yeah,
Dallas. I knew the rules
same.
beforehand. Yeah, I knew the
Oh,
rules.
okay.
They
Got
were
it.
it was, we did think that those ones were in. We knew the rules. We thought that they were worth challenging, like,
Yeah.
it wasn't
Right.
a matter of not knowing the rules, on
But
that one.
they looked flabbergasted on the sideline.
They
Like,
did.
they were like, "Wait, 4 of us are going up to the ref, like, what is actually happening right
Yeah.
now?"
Alright, if you're playing pickleball more than once a week, which honestly, if you are listening to the Pickle Pod, let's be honest, you're playing pickleball more than once a week. Creatine has gotta be part of your routine. I take creatine on a daily basis. It is not just for muscle, clearly. It also fuels your brain. That's why I'm so smart. Just kidding. Oh, only kind of kidding. Strength, recovery, focus. It's like putting premium gas in your tank. Momentous just made it easy with their new creatine lemon. Creapure from Germany, no fillers, NSF certified for sport, so you know that it's clean. The new lemon travel packs taste like lemonade and they just mix into your water in seconds. Go to livemomentous.com, use code the DINK to save up to 35% on your first order. That's a good discount code. That's the code the DINK at livemomentous.com. Play harder, recover faster, and stay sharp with Momentous. Pretty much everybody should be taking creatine. Definitely helps your game and it helps your mental capacity. That's how I can do these pickle pods on Mondays after long weekends of playing or sitting on the bench. Yeah. Anyway, that's Momentous, creatine, awesome stuff. Checking out the sponsors helps us as well. So make sure to check out Momentous and use code the DINK.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, rather had fun, yeah.